Minasan, konnichiwa. We are here with Notorious 187 Homicide. And it's always good to see you, man. Welcome back to San Antonio. Glad to have you here, man.
Oh, thank you, man. I love Texas, man. It was a last-minute deal, but it's San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
I love it. It's just a shame as right now it's snowing in New York City. So to my friends out there in New York City and Philadelphia, good for you. It's warm out here.
It's warm. It's so warm out here, man.
Yeah, but San Antonio always been great. I love Texas.
Yeah, we love having you down here, man. RCW is just, it's always more fun when you're here. I know I marked out like crazy when I saw you, and I'm a proud mark, I admit it. So when you got here, man, I love to hear it. So this is just a few questions. Like, I know you probably get wrestling questions all the time, but me as a longtime fan of yours, man, I just want to ask you just a few questions and, you know, not take up too much of your time. But the first question I've always wanted to ask you, man, in Ring of Honor, your feud with Steve Corino, that's one of the things that turned me on to Ring of Honor. What was your thoughts on that whole feud with you and Steve Corino? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he never liked me. I never liked him. I felt like we was like the new Terry Funk and Dusty Rhodes, that kind of intense. I don't know if you noticed, for 9 years I had a bad shoulder because of Steve Corino. A lot of people say I smacked him in his ear, popped the eardrum.
Yeah.
But he kind of got his receipt. You know, for 9 years I had a bad shoulder. Finally I got it fixed.
Yeah.
I was now on TV for like maybe 9 months actually, and right now it's getting better. Right now, me and Corino, we okay. I'm not gonna say we cool. We drink beer, we buddies. Nah, but we got respect for each other. I got respect for Steve Corino. He's legit the king of old school, you know. I mean, he sucks eggs, man. Like, I don't know, like just like Terry told Dusty, yellow sucking dog, you know. So, but he's cool. He's alright.
Awesome. That's probably the most realist statement I've ever heard from a wrestler, and it was awesome. Okay, man. And one of my biggest questions with you is like, I was following you all through 06, the whole time you were chasing the Ring of Honor World Title. Your feud with Colt Cabana, and then with CZW. How did it feel when you finally captured that brass ring? When you beat Bryan Danielson in your hometown, New York City, to get the Ring of Honor World Title? How'd that feel?
It felt like I had so much weight, so many bricks on my shoulders, and when I won the belt, when I beat the American Dragon, you know.
Yeah, I know who Daniel Bryan is. He looks a lot like the guy, though.
Yeah, some guy with a beard look like a goat, you know. But yeah, all the bricks on my shoulder, because it was something I wanted to prove to not only the world but the boys in the back. Because back then I was an all-core wrestler. I wasn't that kind of guy. I looked like a goddamn basketball player. I didn't wear trunks and put baby oil and stuff like that. I was from the hood, and I represent the hood, you know, and that's why I tell kids, you better finish school, because, you know, I admit, I did bad things in my life, and I want the youth and our generation coming up to be like a bunch of dropouts or a bunch of homeless people in the future. We need a new generation. So when I won that belt, it was more of a release. It was more like this to the media.
Right.
And it was more of a respect that I got from the back.
Right.
And I loved it, you know, and I was like one of the boys. I was one of the clique, if you say that. I don't know if it makes sense, but it felt good, you know?
Yeah. Because I've always deemed like, because I know like they say like low key, you know, Bryan Danielson, Christopher Dane, they're like the fathers of Ring of Honor, but I've always considered you, Joe, and Punk the godfathers of ROH. You guys, I mean, and again, you know, the three I mentioned, you know, Danielson, Key, Daniels, they really set the bar, but I think you three really raised it that much higher, and that's why guys now who are there, like the Adam Coles, the Michael Elgins, they're there because you three made Ring of Honor the place where everyone had to watch, because you guys putting on matches no one else was doing ever.
I mean, if the new people that watch Ring of Honor go to your tapes and watch the guy that built up the feud, it's like a story. All the feuds I had with Samoa Joe, Steve Corino, American Dragon, Colt Cabana, the list going and on and on. I helped a promotion to beat CZW, when CZW was very ultra-violence. I had feuds with Jim Cornette. You know, like, if you don't know who Homicide back in the days of Ring of Honor, then you don't know your wrestling.
You don't. That's true.
I don't care what people say. I am one of the forefathers. I am part of the originals, and I am happy that I'm part of that.
You are, and that's another thing. I hope all you guys know is that this man I'm talking to is one of the ROH originals, and all of you guys know watching my videos how much I love ROH. So yeah, this is a nerd moment for me too. So my last question, Homicide, is this: I mean, in my mind, to me, you've done it all. I mean, you've been everywhere. You're one of the guys who, if you keep going to other places, that's cool, but you have nothing else to prove. But what is in the future for the Notorious 187 Homicide?
I love to be a coach like Joe Torre with the New York Yankees. I like to build up wrestlers. My teacher's Manny Fernandez, the Richard Bull. He made a lot of guys. I want to do the same thing, go behind the scenes and make wrestlers. And of course, a lot of people knows me as a party guy, the Snoop Dogg, Cypress Hills kind of guy. But when it comes to the pro wrestling business, I'm kind of a genius. I learned from a lot of great people. People like Manny Fernandez, got a couple of advices from the Dudley Boys, Booker T. So I know my game, and I like to be a coach. And I'm not doing this forever. This might be my last run, but I like to be a coach.
Okay. Well, since I have him on the show, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and farewell. If this is your last run, Homicide, I want to thank you for making me a believer again, because of when I started watching wrestling again, I had stopped watching it after a while after my aunt died. I got back into it, and when I heard of Ring of Honor, I started following you because I knew Steve Carino was,
yes.
And I started following your feud, and I want to thank you for making me a fan again more than ever. So, last run or not, you had a huge influence on me as far as wrestling goes, so I want to thank you for that. And if you guys are going to train with someone, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be your guy. So, let's just keep our ears out for that, and I had nothing but respect for this man. One of the ROH godfathers, one of the forerunners of ROH. If you're watching it now, this is the reason why. So, Homicide, again, I want to thank you, man, so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
And Mina-san, thank you so much for watching, and sayonara, peace.
Konnichiwa.